All right, hey everybody, Alan Warren here, and coming up, what RV parts do you think are absolutely essential to carry with you when you RV and camp? They're absolutely essential. You got to have them with you. Well, we're going to tell you what we think right now.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
Much to talk about today for sure. I guarantee you we've got an action-packed show for you. You know, as a campground owner, with the 4th of July being on a Wednesday like it was, it has been kind of different in terms of the people that have been taking their July 4th vacations. You know, short story for us up at Big Chief, we have been packed and everything's really good, but I got to tell you, you talk about the need for some people to take a course in good manners and proper campground etiquette. I'm telling you, I'm going to close out today's first hour with a crash course on good manners in the campground and give you some examples of, well, some of the things I saw over the past couple of weeks. That's going to be in our last segment this hour, starting at exactly 5 minutes before the top of this hour. Now, before we bring up our first guest, I want to do a shout out and say congratulations to one of our biggest fans, who is also the winner of the Road and Home backpack. Yeah, the Road and Home backpack that we gave away in June. This backpack, I'm telling you, it is amazing. It's filled with 10 of the most popular replacement parts every single RVer needs to have with them for when you have those common problems and you need a replacement part. So, Tim Maddock, congratulations and thank you for listening. We're going to get you that backpack headed over to you in Florida real quick. Now, the Road and Home backpack giveaway continues this month, folks. I'm going to tell you how you can enter to win in just a bit. All right, so welcome again to the RV Show USA. I'm Alan Warren, and to start us off is our friend from Road and Home, Mr. Andrew Gross. What you got for us today, Andrew?
Well, hi, Alan. It's great to be here.
Well, likewise. So I have a note that says you want to talk, but you know what? Before we talk about the important part that everybody needs to carry with them, let's talk a little bit about that Ready for the Road checklist, if we can.
Okay, you can go on to roadandhome.com and download it for yourself, but everybody should have all of the items that are on that checklist, and they should have it with them at all times. You never know what you're going to need when you're out on the road. Something breaks, something goes bad, you lose something, somebody runs over something, and it's really important to have all of these items and an extra one of all of these items. So the Ready for the Road checklist was something we put together and put on our website so everybody can download it and make sure that they've got everything.
And folks, this is free. This is a free, it's something that Road and Home, who manufactures and distributes these really quality RV replacement parts, they want everybody to have a safe and fun, and they want you to have a good time camping and not fixing a bunch of stuff. So when you need a replacement part, go to roadandhome.com and download this thing. I'm holding it up, as you can see on camera. The Ready for the Road checklist. It doesn't cost you a dime, and you want to get this stuff. So anyway, that's great. So tell us a little bit about where we can find your Road and Home products, because I know you got them all over the country.
They are 1,700 Lowe's stores all over the country. Almost anywhere you go, you'll find a Lowe's store, and you can find our parts. We also have everything up on Amazon.com. But the best way to find everything is to go on roadandhome.com. Look for the part that you need, click on the part, and you can follow the link to either Lowe's or to Amazon. But if you happen to be passing in a Lowe's store, walk in. It's right there, everything you need.
You know, one of the things that I found is that whenever you have one of these parts that goes bad and you don't have one, it never happens at a good time, Andrew. It always happens at night, on a weekend, on a holiday, and you are in big trouble. And if you don't have these replacement parts, and they don't take up a whole lot of space. So, and the other thing is that's good about Road and Home is that there's a Lowe's or a Menards just about everywhere, and they're so easy to find. So,
right, and the parts are inexpensive, so it's almost like having an insurance policy to safeguard your trip or your vacation. I mean, we're going to talk about regulators a little bit in this segment, but that's just one item. I mean, imagine if your waste hose goes bad and now you've got waste all over the place. That's about the worst thing that can happen. So it's always good to have an extra one of them. It's always good to have an extra water hose, an extra cap in case yours comes off while you're rolling down the road. And some of these basic parts, they're inexpensive and really easy to just take with you.
You know, and the other thing, I'm not kidding. I could kind of laugh about this, but it's the truth. Like, for example, the waist hose, the stinky slinky, as a lot of people call them. You may not need one, but your neighbor next door may need one. And if you've got one, they're pretty universal, and you can go and give them to your neighbor, or he'll gladly probably buy it from you. So stock up on these parts. It doesn't cost you an awful lot of money. Let's talk about the importance of a water pressure regulator.
Very important item. My background is in plumbing, and I can tell you story after story after story of seeing water running out of doors and running out of windows and running out of homes and running out of anywhere when a pipe bursts. It's about the worst thing that can happen to you. And if you have an RV and you just put your water hose right onto the faucet at the RV park, there's a good chance you're going to be putting a little bit too much pressure into your system. What this regulator does is it brings the pressure down to a consistent 40 or 50 psi, which is pounds per square inch of pressure. And that's what the plumbing systems within RVs and homes are all designed to work at. So you can imagine if you don't have one and the pressure goes up to 100 psi, which it very easily could, you could have fittings blowing off. You can have faucet stems blowing. You can have the toilet fill valve breaking. You can have all kinds of things going bad all over your RV. And then what happens is once those things go bad, the water just runs, and it'll destroy an RV really quickly. So I'm sure you've seen what water damage can do to a home or to an RV. And
to a home, sorry to jump in here, but to a home it's bad enough, but to an RV it's damage times 20 or 30, because the under that pretty floor you've got a lot of times just regular old plywood, and some kind of any kind of wood is going to stay wet. It's going to eventually mold, mildew. It's going to weaken. It's just not a good thing. And what does a water pressure regulator cost? I mean, they're like what, $12?
About $8 or $9. Really, it's inexpensive, and it's the best insurance that you're going to get for against this kind of problem. And you're right about that. Wood just warps immediately when it gets wet, and the steel frame within your RV can start to rust, and it's just bad all the way around.
And so that water pressure regulator, that's one of the many, many items that you can find at Lowe's or on Amazon or at Menards. But I want to talk for a second. We only have a couple minutes left, Andrew. The Ready for the Road, the backpack contest continues this month. Tell everybody, if you would, about what is that and how does someone enter? Because, folks, this is really cool. Tim Maddock just won our first one from last month, and you're going to want to pay attention to this.
It's very, very, very simple. Go on to roadandhome.com. Click on the Ready for the Road icon at the top right of the page, and then click to enter this month's giveaway. It's that simple. Enter your name and your email address, and it could be coming your way in less than 30 days. And we're just hoping that you, the listener, wins.
Well, and folks, let me tell you, look, there are a lot of companies out there that make RV replacement parts. There are. But Road and Home they make high quality RV replacement parts. They're easy to find. I believe in them. If whoever you buy RV parts from, I think that we all need to have this Ready for the Road checklist, which is available at roadandhome.com. You got to spell out road, A-N-D, home.com. But print this thing out.
Behind your head on the wall.
Yeah. Keep it with you, because one of these days you're going to go, what was the name of that thing? Honey, weren't you supposed to print that out? This will keep you out of trouble, out of the doghouse, won't it?
Exactly. And so we're just hoping that everybody prints it out and gets these parts and keeps it with them. And, again, they're easy to find at 1,700 Lowe's stores all over the country, and on Amazon.com and on our website. So please do go to roadandhome.com and look for all the parts that you need. And I should mention that a lot of the repairs are very easy to do. You can do this stuff yourself. You do it at your regular home, so you can do it in your RV for sure.
They're very inexpensive, and let me tell you, if you RV very much, you're going to need most of these parts at one time or another. So I guess the big takeaway for today, we only have a few seconds left, is get a road and home water pressure regulator.
Keep a couple extra ones in your RV at all times.
All right, good deal. Listen, and
Okay.
we'll get you back on again soon, Andrew, okay?
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
you
very
take
much.
care. All right, those replacement parts again, roadandhome.com. And then download the Ready for the Road sweepstakes or the Ready for the Road checklist and into the sweepstakes. Be right back.
The RV Show USA. Start living the RV dream today.
Hey everyone, I'm Miss Katie Warren, aka the graphics girl on the RV Show USA. Give us a like by clicking the thumbs up button down below, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future, click the subscribe button right here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye everybody.